Coach, thank you much. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between our visitors and our home team. This will be taken very short. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Check. Watch it before. Hey, watch the ball.
On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. 19 yards right off the bat, and a quick first down. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. To throw is Bridgewater. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 30.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. It's caught. Lockett. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger first. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
First and goal at the 2-yard line. 54, right there. 54, Mike. Too little, cut. Rotate. Spell. Check 49. Mike spot 4. Let's go.
They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And Gurley here fumbled it. Gurley fumbles the football. It's loose. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that's scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
And a gain of about 4 here moves this from the 6 up to the 10.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Allen finds his tight end Ingram. And at the end of it, he's stripped. Ball comes loose and picked up by the Chargers. And I guess we're back to square one. A rocky start here. A turnover followed by a turnover.
Not exactly what we expected going into the game, but I always wonder about the nerves and people starting, the emotions of the game. Sometimes it takes a little while for that to play out and for them to settle. Let's hope that that's taken care of now.
Bridgewater now after the fumble recovery. Open man, Taylor Gabriel. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 15 yards on the play, first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Out of the gun, Bridgewater. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick, and he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
They start the drive with Cook. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. On play action, Allen. Got some room at the 30. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he'll finally be taken down at the 29-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
Mike, 58, right there. Oh, here we go. Oh, check 43. Oh, 52. Check.
Now on 3rd and 2, they're going to elect to throw with Allen. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 47-yard line.
We're scoreless after 1. Cardinal football here to start quarter number 2 as they've got it 2nd down and 11.
58. Squeeze, double.
On 2nd and 11 now. Allen. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Shaq Thompson making his presence felt on the sack.
And it's 3rd down.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Check, Mike, 54. Hey, whoa.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. And he's going to go down again. C.J. Mosley providing a little deja vu. Back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. On 4th down, here's Matt Bosher on the punt. Back deep, the dangerous Tyler Lockett. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And it's taken in at the 9. 62 yards on the punt that time. Wow. And the Chargers will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. The Charger drive about to get going. And job 1 here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. They run out of the shotgun with Gurley. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
Check nine. Wahoo. Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
First down, Bridgewater. And he's got the hook up to Landry. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Right there, 54, right there, 54.
From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. He rifles one that's intercepted. John Johnson with the INT. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
58! 58 to Mike! He's scared!
They'll run on first down. Cook. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Wide motion. And 58 is the Mike. Go 58 is the Mike.
On 2nd and 9. Allen. Incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter. A lot of time to change things. First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Open man right side is Ingram. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Out is Carlson now for the Raider field goal. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. And this one is right down Broadway. And the Cardinals have the first points. It's 3-0. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. That's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Charger drive about to get going. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has really. They come up here now, first down. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. This complete to Lockett. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a first down. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. A reminder coming up at halftime, it's the season debut of the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, as we look ahead to all the action coming up this opening weekend. Of course, we'll also take a look back. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by John Johnson. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Here's Allen to throw it. And the pressure gets to him again. Chargers going to use their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's fourth down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here's Matt Bosher now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. You're down 3 under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be. Only down 3. I mean, it might as well be even going into the half. That's not a deficit that makes me want to push it and potentially make a mistake in this situation and cost myself even more points.
But boy, getting in a field goal range and tying it, that's tempting.
Awfully enticing. You almost talked me into it.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. Here's Bridgewater. Buying time to his left. Caught here by Conley.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. So we have reached halftime here in the Thursday night opener as we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
It's going to be a long day on this. It's going to be a long day. Watch it.
To throw, it's Allen. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Alert!
Now Allen throwing again. And that's going to be incomplete. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 39.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, not at all. He came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
Now a run with Cook. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Now Allen. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Shaq Thompson, his 2nd sack of the night.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Well, they need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. So it looks like somebody may have forgotten the snap count, and a 5-yard penalty ensues. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Allen. He is going to find Hill here. Touchdown, Cardinals. Tyreek Hill, 42 yards. And the Cardinals push further out in front. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
This fielded at the 2. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger. But no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing. And try and get back to where you were to start the half.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Throwing, Bridgewater. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Here's Bridgewater. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a first down for L.A. This quarterback now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10. They go with Gurley on first down, but he goes nowhere. They bottled him up for a loss of a couple. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. From the gun, Bridgewater. Room to run past midfield. He's got the hook up with Conley. 12 yards there and a first down.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Throwing again on second down. Bridgewater. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Watch 54. Watch 54. And here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54 Mike. I got it.
To the air again with Bridgewater. And Tate's got it. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 31-yard line. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's first and 10. And again, it's Bridgewater. He's got his man. This is Tate. Touchdown, LA! Auden Tate, 31 yards. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. The tight end can kind of be that diamond in the rough secret weapon that you have. And right there, they show you why.
And it's becoming less of a secret, isn't it, partner? Every game that we do nowadays, the tight end is a featured receiver, not just a blocker, as in the days of old.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. Adrian Amos with a pick. And he will score. Touchdown, LA. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up.
Let's go, baby.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards there and a first down. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there, and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. Two of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
Now, meanwhile, a final play here is incomplete, and that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter of play. Back now in Los Angeles. It's Cardinal football, but they trail here as we get set to bring you the fourth and final quarter. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now it's Hines. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
58. Round 80. 58. Come on.
Here's Allen. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. K1 short with a sack. That's 315 pounds of man right there. Here's Matt Bosher now as he's on here to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. 8 yards on the run, and that cuts us down to a 3rd and about 5.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine.
Shift, shift. Joker, joker, joker. Kill. Hey, turn it up.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. And that'll set them back 5. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
36. Switch.
And the blitz does come. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. John Johnson with the INT. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it, Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. So after the INT, it's Allen. Finds his tight end, Ingram. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes us 2nd and 9. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. And here's Allen operating from the gun. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Allen will look to throw for it on 4th. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. Allen now just 8 of 16 thus far, 50%, but it's 1st and 10. From midfield, here's Allen. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the defense helping him out a little bit here late in the 4th.
Yeah, and you're exactly right. And when you're the one doing the chasing, you'll take a little help from the other guys, won't you?
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Try to punch it in with Henry. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
You got it. You got it.
So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And they're knocking on the door. 2nd and goal now in a one-score game. This is Hines. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Allen to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark, really, start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. Allen going to go on 4th down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Tyreek Hill, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Cardinals have retaken the lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages, as a field goal now can only tie it. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play.
Tom Gurley, wave goodbye. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Tom Gurley, 75 yards. And the Chargers have once again taken the lead.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, it could come back at you a long way.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They're down here in a one-score game. At the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now. Allen hit. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Back to throw. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. The Cardinals on third down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 7. He'll look to throw and unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
It's another big shot dodge there defensively. Now they're just one more incompletion away from salting away this victory, and I know this feeling. They're almost giddy, but they have to stay focused and locked in. They can make one big mistake and throw it all away.
Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down. So they're going for it, and here's Allen. And Ingram holds it in. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Come on, fellas. 58. Round 80. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Allen. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This is 3rd and 10. To throw is Allen. And nearly intercepted there. That would have been ball game if he had clinched it and caught it. Instead, it gives him one more chance here on 4th down. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game.
Right there.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Mike 5-4.
Allen now Throwing on 4th down. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And defensively, that might just seal a Week 1 victory. Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10.
He can't hang. He's not going to get me. Hey. Motion backfield. Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Record. Out.
Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for 2nd down. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Right there. 54, right there. 54, Mike. Rip right. Check.
Another carry now for Gurley. And this play a lot like the previous one, thanks to that stout Cardinal defense. Back-to-back, they've been tackled behind the line. Well, my friend, for the players, it's good for them to get that first game under their belts. For you and I, that first Thursday night game, also good for us to get that under our belts, wasn't it?
It was no longer preseason. We were into the regular season, the first game of the year. And, you know, all eyes were watching this when everyone was excited that football was back.
And it's just special. You could just feel it. It's so good to have the pigskin back out there. It'll be crisp fall weather before we know it.
You got that right, but I love the build-up to it, right? All day long anticipating it, and then we got here and we saw a game, the first game of the year. Let's keep going.
So for the home team here, they begin the new campaign with a victory here in front of the home crowd in the Thursday opener. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week, where they take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for our visitors, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.